Now, continuing our topic of aquatic therapy, we have seen the basic aspects in the previous lectures. Now we are going to see the interventions. In the interventions also, we have seen stretching. Yes, may that be manual and self-stretching. Both are possible in the water. Yes, so આપણે બંને વસ્તુ જોઈ લીધી છે self stretching શું છે and also we have seen what is manual stretching or how do we give manual stretching. So with the use of the special equipment specifically used for aquatic therapy, we are going to provide patients with such techniques. So patients tolerance involves stretching exercise better than gland. Because of these were the main reasons, three main reasons we can say. Effect of relaxation, yes, the warmth of the water and completely supported is one of the causes of complete relaxation. Soft tissue forming. Yes, before any stretching, we have discussed that always we try to give as much as possible active exercise so that the muscles or the structures that we want to stretch, they are ready. They ready for mata. Warm કરવું પડતું already in the water it will be the ease of position change કરવા માટે and we talked about the three dimensional access to the patient ને three dimensional access કરી શકીએ આપણે બધા direction માં even when the patient is lying supine line આપણે એને posteriorly access કરી શકીએ because there is no hard surface on buoyancy એક drawback છે buoyancy ના લીધે that is because of the buoyancy always there will be because of the buoyancy there will be more less stable surface on which the patient is lying. Yes, and the patient ने lie કરવા માટે और continually एक stable position maintain કરવું difficult because of the change in the buoyancy. The patient will always try to struggle. Manual and self stretching we had already seen. So manual, as we already can see from the photographs, cervical lateral flexion, shoulder flexion, one few of the examples can also be given for lower limb, may also be given for the muscles of the thorax and abdomen. Self stretching, as we talk, self stretching જ્યારે પણ આપણે કરવું હોય patient apply કરશે એની માટે always the patient will have to keep their back supported. Yes, with the wall, yes, wall of the swimming pool or the surface in which the water is filled, and then they can go for stretching of various surfaces of body parts. So can be performed either with depth or deep water. The patient frequently utilizes the edge of the pool for stabilizing in both base depth and deep water. So edge of the pool ઉપર stabilize કરશે પોતાને patient અને પછી જે પણ એરિયા મૂવ કરવાનો છે એ રીતે મૂવ કરીને provide stretching on themselves. Coming next to strengthening, જેની માટે main આપણે વાત થઈ indications માં that we have to provide or we can provide initiation of resistance આપણે initiate કરવું હોય resistant exercises એની માટે strengthening exercise we can give in aquatic therapy by reducing the joint compression first. જે આપણે joint loading થતું હતું, loading is nothing else but two joint surfaces coming in contact. Yes, maximum contact માં આવશે એટલે કે joint load થશે. While I'm standing, my hips are completely loaded, my knees are completely loaded. Yes, because the gravity is trying to pull it down. ગુરુત્વાકર્ષણ લીધે નીચેની બાજુ દબાય છે. પણ buoyancy ના લીધે opposite થશે, ઈ unload થશે. એટલે કે providing three-dimensional resistance and reducing joint compression. Joint compression ઓછું થશે. Also, as we talked about three-dimensional access મળશે and dampening the perceived pain. Pain જે થતું હશે patient ને ઈ પણ relieve થશે by temperature. Yes, temperature of the water will help to relieve the pain directly. Immense strengthening exercise can be safely initiated early in the rehabilitation program and traditional dance patient ને say for example એક fracture છે tibia fracture છે tibia shaft fracture છે અને એના લીધે patient ને કીધું 20 to 30% weight લેવાનો બાકી નથી લેવાનો. So what will the patient do? They will have to use assistive device. Yes, but assistive device ના use કરવો હોય તો aquatic therapy automatically because of buoyancy body નું 50% weight એક પગ પર નહીં આવે એથી ઓછું આવશે. So you can start early mobilization and there are chances કે land ઉપર એમને ચાલતા શીખે patient એના કરતા પાણીમાં શીખે or aquatic therapy તો શીખે તો એ વધારે beneficial હશે અને વહેલું આપણે સ્ટાર્ટ કરી. Manual resistance exercises. So application of aquatic manual resistance exercises for extremities typically occurs in a concentric closed chain. Whenever you want to give manual resisted exercise, એટલે કે આપણે રેઝિસ્ટન્સ પ્રોવાઈડ કરવું એઝ અ થેરાપિસ્ટ વી વિલ ગોઈંગ ટુ પ્રોવાઈડ ધ રેઝિસ્ટન્સ application of aquatic manual resistance exercise for the activities typically occurring concentric closed chain fashion. Yes, one important word. Concentric type of isotonic contraction. Yes, તો જ્યારે પણ patient try કરશે કોઈ પણ muscle action કરવાની જેની length short થશે એ હોય concentric contraction. Opposite of this is eccentric. But most of the times જ્યારે આપણે aquatic therapy provide કરવાના છીએ at that time we want the patient to have concentric contractions. Most of the times, not every time, but most of the times. Say for example, biceps, triceps for example. So biceps to concentric contraction. This is the concentric. So આપણે manually resist કરશું. Travis will provide the resistance. Distal arm પાસે and will go for the exercise. Opposite triceps no. અહીંયાથી જ resist કરવાનું and go for again concentric contraction. So that is concentric. Also closed chain fashion. Closed chain and open chain. Two important words. જ્યારે પણ કોઈ extremity or joint, we are moving from the distal aspect. Yes. Say for example, if we take example of the elbow, so distal aspect શું છે? This is the distal aspect. Yes, the radius and the ulna. They are moving. That will be termed as open chain. જ્યારે પણ એનું opposite proximal move થશે અને distal stabilize થશે. Say for example in a push up. Yes, so what happens? જ્યાં પણ તમે push up કરો છો, say for example I am doing at the wall. So wall ને હું push કરીશ તો આ relatively fixed છે, proximal side is moving. Yes, so that is termed as closed chain exercise. Closed chain means proximal part is moving and open chain means distal part is moving. Distal part, that is distal joint. બંનેમાં muscles same act કરશે, biceps ની જ work કરવું પડશે. Type of contraction will change. Closed chain means proximal part is moving, open chain means distal part is moving. Closed chain exercises are always beneficial. જ્યારે પણ closed chain exercise આપણે કરીએ એ વધારે benefit વાળી હોય. Yes, compared to open chain. So say for example for lower limb, if I have to tell you, lower limb માટે open chain exercises knee માટે આપણે વાત કરીએ તો sitting માં patient you ask the patient to extend the knee, that is open chain, distal part is moving, doing squatting activities. Yes, so that is a closed chain exercise. So closed chain exercises are always beneficial compared to open chain exercise because most of the body weight will come onto the joint. Joint ઉપર most of body weight આવશે જેના કારણે exercise વધારે સારી અને વધારે resistance push કરે. So we go for concentric and closed chain fashion exercises. Manual aquatic resisted exercises are designed to fixate the distal segment of the extremity as the patient contracts the designated muscle group. Yes. So manual aquatic resisted exercise designed to fixate distal segment. Yes, why? Because it is a closed chain exercise. So move કરે છે, proximal part move કરે છે, distal part stable રહેશે. Yes, that is the definition of closed chain exercise. Of the extremity as the patient contracts the designated muscle group. જે પણ muscle આપણે target કરીએ એ જે પણ joint cross કરતું, say for example triceps, it is for crossing the elbow joint. Elbow joint માં cross કરે છે distal aspect આપણે stable રાખવાનું છે અને proximal move કરવાનું. That is the main mechanism of closed chain exercise in providing manual resisted exercise of aquatic therapy. Shoulder flexion, hip abduction. Some examples. So from the present, you see how they are being provided. Yes. So here you can see the part is being moved. Yes, we as therapists will manually try to resist the part as much as possible, stabilize the distal part and move the proximal part. Similarly, for lower limbs also can be done, stabilize the distal part, move the proximal part. Here hip abduction is being carried out effectively. So that is how we resist as manual resisted exercises for aquatic therapy. Also, sometimes the patient will not have tongue control. Paralysis થાય કોઈ પણ patient ને neuropathy Okay. The network just went off. Yes. So you are talking about how will the patient be able to maintain this? Yes. So patient na muscles contract karwa padse, abdominal muscles, thoracic muscle, extensors of the spine. All these muscles se contract કરીને જ position hold કરી શકશે. Also, એકવાર hold કરી લે that will be termed as static. એક position hold કરવું એટલે કે static trunk stabilization. Dynamic એટલે કે હું હમણાં ઉભો છું, I am not doing any activity, this is static. I am doing static stabilization of my posture at this point. Dynamic એટલે હું કોઈ પણ action કરાવું or action કરું, resistance આપું, anything, active motion or resisted motion if I am doing while maintaining the posture, that is also known as dynamic trunk stabilization. Yes. તો પહેલા patient ને આપણે static trunk stabilization શીખવાડવાનું, that is just maintaining a specific posture, એક posture માં continue રહેવાનું, પછી એમાં activities કરાવવાની. Yes. કોઈ પણ activity કરવી હોય, your proximal part should be completely stabilized and controlled. Yes. If I have weakness of abdomen, if I have weakness of extensors of the spine, so શું થશે? My posture will alter when I'm trying to do other activities. Say for example, upper limb abduction, flexion, any activity that I'm doing, જે પણ activity કરું છું, એની માટે પહેલા તો proximal part એકદમ stabilize હોવું. જો stabilize નથી, that means distal part will not be able to move. Distal joints જે પણ છે એ move નહીં થઈ શકે unless and until proximal part is stabilized. એની માટે આપણે training આપી. So dynamic trunk stabilization means doing some activity, may that be in form of resistance, may that be form of active. So that is how you teach the patient through resisted exercise how dynamic trunk stabilization you are going to provide to the patient. Also, independent strengthening exercise can be done. You can see this here, elbow flexion and extension the patient is doing, yes, on their own. Any જાતે patient flexion and extension કરે છે. So, by the properties of surface tension, drag and viscosity, all these three will together provide the resistance. અને જ્યારે પણ આપણે વધારે પેશન્ટ ને કહેશું કે સ્પીડમાં કરો, so the drag will increase, drag વધશે, resist વધારે કરશે, resist વધારે કરશે, that means the patient will have more resistance on which the strengthening will be also more. Resistance વધશે તો સામે muscles ને act વધારે કરવું પડશે, force of contraction will increase, even say the patient strengthening પણ faster થશે. So surface tension, drag and viscosity, all these three together will tell the patient that yes, now the more resistance is being provided in the aquatic therapy compared to hand. So this the patient can do independently. Similarly, for all the motion of all the distal joints, they can easily perform independent strengthening exercises. Nice. Coming to aerobic conditions. Aerobic conditions means last time we talked about three systems of our body. One, ATP CPK system, second, glycolytic system, and third, aerobic system, that is directly utilizing oxygen. બહારથી oxygen લેવાનું છે પણ subtraction એના કરવાનું, ATP form કરવાના, નહીં utilize કરવાનું. That is the endurance activity for that person or for that individual. Aerobic or cardiovascular exercise typically takes place in the patient suspended vertically in deep water pools with the feet touching the pool bottom. Alternate activities that may be performed in mid-level water, 4 to 6 feet in depth, including jogging, swimming, strokes, immersed cycling, and immersed treadmill. એટલે કે પહેલા તો the patient will be immersed completely, touching their feet downwards. Yes. So the patient will be at the bottom, complete bottom of the swimming pool. Yes. Assistively, you can provide a height of 4 to 6 feet also. આખું patient અંદર હશે પાણીમાં, or you can provide up to 4 to 6 feet. So you can say till the chest level. Chest level સુધી આખું પાણી હશે. But it will not be water. So if you are completely immersing, so you will have to provide special equipments. Yes, like oxygen. Oxygen માટે oxygen cylinder patient ને સાથે રાખવું પડે. They will breathe through that. Yes. If not, જો એ અવેલેબલ ના હોય તો 4 to 6 feet અહીંયા સુધી જ પાણી રાખવાનું and you ask the patient to perform aerobic activities. Which are the aerobic activities? So first, including jogging. Yes, પાણીમાં you just ask the patient to jog and move forward. Yes, not running. Later on, if you start running, more consumption of oxygen, more the demand, the patient will become fatigued. You will start with walking and move to jogging. પહેલા walking start કરવાનું, પછી jogging and running. Swimming strokes. If the patient knows how to swim, so એક portion માંથી બીજા સુધી જવાનું, from second you go back to first, and this is to be continuous. That is jogging, swimming stroke. Then immersed cycling. અહીંયા એક cycle ergometer is there, and the patient sits on the cycle, yes, and tries to work or tries to move the cycle. Yes, that will be a static cycle. Yes, static. एक जगह ऊभी हुई है cycle. You might have seen this in various gyms. Yes, and even in our department. And immersed treadmill. So treadmill under पानी में, and the patient will try to walk on the treadmill. So that is few example of what aerobic activities can be done. Special equipment જોઈ aerobic training કરાવવા માટે, but you can start with low intensity active motion, any active motion. Yes, for example, like we talked about, walking to start karo, then ask the patient to jog, and then later on in the water as far as possible. Yes, સાથે ધ્યાન રાખવાનું ઓક્સિજન કન્ઝમ્પશન કેટલું થાય છે, and patient fatigue ના થઈ જવું જોઈએ, થાકી ના જવું. If the patient becomes fatigued, stop the exercise, give rest, then again resume later. And aerobic training, whenever we are going to learn in future semesters also, at that time you have to remember warm up and cool down are at most important. If you are not providing that, then you are harming the patient. Yes, so પહેલા warm up કરાવવાનું, stretching કરાવવાનું, પછી activity perform કરાવવાની, and later on you are going to give the training. So that is about aerobic training that can be given to the patient. What will be the response of the patient in deep water? Yes. So physiological response for cardiovascular response, we can say the first, patient with patient without cardiovascular compromise, normal heart and lungs may experience rapid elevation of heart rate, ventilation, and VO2 max. એટલે કે heart rate increase થશે, ventilation increase થશે, and VO2 max concentration compared to similar base length exercise થી થોડું વધારે. એટલે હું અહીંયા એક્સરસાઇઝ સ્ટાર્ટ કરવાનું સ્ટાર્ટ કરું, એરોબિક એક્સરસાઇઝ કોઈ પણ સ્ટાર્ટ કરું તો શું થશે, પહેલા તો મારું હાર્ટ રેટ ઇન્ક્રીઝ થશે. બ્લડની ડિમાન્ડ જે બોડી ક્રિએટ કરે છે ડ્યુરિંગ એક્સરસાઇઝ, મસલ્સ ને જે બ્લડ જોઈએ એને કમ્પેર કરવા और એને પૂરું પાડવા શું થશે, પહેલા હાર્ટ રેટ ઇન્ક્રીઝ થશે. ઓલસો the depth of respiration and the rate of respiration. હું શ્વાસ ઊંડા લઈશ અને જલ્દી જલ્દી. Yes, so that is the second. And third, VO2 max. VO2 max is a measure. એક એવું you can say entity છે, measure છે, જેનાથી ખબર પડે maximum oxygen કેટલું patient લે છે. Yes, initially તમે start કરો so VO2 max will increase continuously, and then at a point it becomes plateau. Yes, આપણા lungs ની એક capacity. We are not having unlimited amount of oxygen that we can consume. Yes, તો શું થશે, એક ફેઝ આવશે, ધીમે ધીમે હું ઊંડા શ્વાસ લઉં છું, એમાંથી વધારે વધારે ઓક્સિજન એક્સટ્રેક્ટ થશે, પણ જેટલું વધારે એક્સટ્રેક્ટ થશે એટલું વધારે પહોંચશે. જેટલું વધારે થશે એટલે કે મેક્સિમમ એની એક લિમિટ આવશે, એના પછી એબ્સોર્બ નહીં કરી શકે. યસ, લંગ્સ ની એક લિમિટ, બધા એલ્વિયોલાઈ એક સાથે એટલું ઓક્સિજન લઈ શકે, એની એક લિમિટ હોય. This limit is termed as VO2 max. એટલું ઓક્સિજન, volume of oxygen maximally consumed by an individual. મારું VO2 max અલગ હોય, તમારું અલગ હોય. It depends on the age, depends on the gender, depends on the height, and if I have a condition or not. Heart ની કોઈ condition, lungs ની કોઈ condition, specifically lungs ની કોઈ condition, એની ઉપર VO2 max depends. Yes, so heart rate increase થશે, ventilation increase થશે, અને VO2 max increase થશે. કોના કરતા કમ્પેર કરીને આપણે લેન્ડ એક્સરસાઇઝ. તો અહીંયા રનિંગ ચાલુ કર્યું તો જેટલું હાર્ટ રેટ ઇન્ક્રીઝ થવું જોઈએ એનાથી થોડુંક વધારે પાણીમાં ઇન્ક્રીઝ થશે. જેટલું મારું રેસ્પિરેશન ઇન્ક્રીઝ થવું જોઈએ એના કરતા થોડુંક વધારે water, that is aquatic therapy માં ઇન્ક્રીઝ થશે, and VO2 max consumption, oxygen નું consumption પણ થોડુંક વધારે એના કરતા ઇન્ક્રીઝ થશે. During low intensity exercise, cardiac patient may experience lower capacity. Low intensity, yes, not running, just talking about jogging, low intensity. E time cardiac patient may experience શું થશે low cardiovascular stress compared to length exercise stress ઓછું feel થશે patient. Also, as exercise intensity increases, cardiovascular stress approach those of related exercise on length. On જેમ આપણે intensity increase કરતા જઈએ એટલે જે લેન્ડમાં એક્સરસાઇઝની ઇન્ટેન્સિટી રાખીએ છીએ સેમ ઇફ વી ટેક હાયર ઇન્ટેન્સિટીઝ મોડરેટ ઓર હાયર ઇન્ટેન્સિટી બહુ ઇન્ટેન્સ એક્ટિવિટીઝ કરાવશું છે ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ રનિંગ ઓર ટ્રેડમિલ ઓર સાયકલિંગ વિધિન વોટર તો એની ઇફેક્ટ મોર ઓર લેસ સેમ હશે લેન્ડ એક્સરસાઇઝીસ કરતા સો when we increase the intensity of exercise almost બંનેની ઇફેક્ટ સેમ આવી જશે that is for cardiovascular response to aerobic training. Exercise monitoring, rate of perceived exertion, and heart rate. These are also to be monitored continuously. Yes. So monitor करવું એટલે કે ધ્યાન રાખવું. While you are prescribing exercise, while the patient is performing exercise, at the time you have to check for this. The first thing, rate of perceived exertion. And for now, just remember the fatigue level. Yes. Patient ने fatigue થાય છે કે નહીં. Patient tells you or complains of you that they are having difficulty in taking breath or they are fatigued, they cannot continue anything as such, then you should stop the exercise. Yes, so that is rate of perceived exertion for now. Perceived exertion. Perceived, એટલે કે patient ને feel થવું. Exertion means થાક. Yes, so patient ને feel થાય that they are completely fatigued. Patient ને feel થાય કે નહીં હવે હું continue નહીં કરી શકું. At that time it will be rate of perceived exertion. Continuously heart rate monitor કરવાનું contraindication અને precautions માં આપણે જોયેલું always heart conditions are a big precaution અને જો હોય patient ને unstable angina or cardiac failure then we are not giving the patient these exercises then we are not allowing the patient to do aerobic exercises we need to stop and then later on see if it is normal or abnormal finding. So careful monitoring for beginners. જ્યારે પણ આપણે સ્ટાર્ટ કરીએ છીએ you are taking a patient for first time in the reference of aquatic therapy then you have to look into if the patient is able to do or not. Okay. With this we are completing aquatic exercises. Any doubts you have so far related to aquatic therapy, related to other forms of exercises that we have discussed in the previous lectures, please let me know. Any doubts you have so far? Just reply in chat if yes or no.